First we pick the basil. One. Yeah. Nice. Gather it in our basket. So now we picked the basil, and now we're going to rinse the basil. And then we're going to dry it gently and put it in the refrigerator to cool. We're going to gently rinse the basil. The more you touch it, the more it will bruise. Okay, now our basil has all been washed and picked off the stems gently, and now we're going to begin to assemble the ingredients in the food processor with the blade. We'll start with 3 cups of the pesto. The recipe calls for 3 cups because it's a 4-cup measure, and we're going to really smash it down. This is when you can finally bruise the basil. So we're adjusting our recipe a little bit because we have so much. So just crush it all down, and we're going to put it in the food processor. Drizzle about a 1/4 cup of olive oil in half of the basil leaves in the food processor to begin with, just to chop it. After you've finished tasting it and adding what you thought it needed, more Parmesan or more nuts or more oil, when you get the consistency you like and the taste you like, I don't think you can go wrong. Now you put it into the... You don't have to put anything in your muffin pans, and you can use a nice spoon, and you want to spoon it in, and I fill all the way to the top. Smash it down. The right spoon works really good. Great. Now you just continue to fill all your muffin pans. So that batch yielded us 6 muffins full of yummy pesto. Now we've got to finish the rest. This time we're just going to add everything in to begin with. Oil, garlic, Parmesan cheese, walnuts, and we're just going to see how it works this time. You just have to experiment. It's easy. This is our second batch that we added everything. And I know you will notice that there's a difference in color, but the thing is that once you start whirling the basil leaves, and you have it in there, it'll start to oxidize and turn dark. And so, you know, the sooner you can get it in your pans and get it in the freezer, and the dark part will, the top part will get dark. So then we got 4. So it's almost like you get 1 muffin for about every cup, tightly smashed cup of basil leaves. Now we put it in the freezer. I'm going to show you how to package your pesto that you just made and put in muffin pans and then put in the freezer. First thing you want to do is bring it over to the sink, and you set it in a sink that has about 1/2 inch of water in it that will loosen the bottom. Then you need the proper tool, which I like to use, a flat metal spatula. As soon as your muffins of basil are twist in the pan, they're ready to come. I lift each one out of the pan like such with my spatula so I can easily pick it up. Then it's quicker. So just do this. Taking them all out, and you put them in each individual fold glad bags. Don't forget to scrape out all the pesto that's left in the bottom. That's why you want to make sure you don't leave it in the hot water for too long. It only takes just 30 seconds, maybe even a minute, you know, because the olive oil will soften pretty fast. So it's okay, scrape this out and put it in one of your muffins. I like to take and twist the baggie and just fold it over and line them all up. And then I usually put 6 per bag and label them, and whether or not I use pine nuts or walnuts, since pine nuts are so expensive this year. Anyway, this was the end of my pine nut batch. So, and then I'm going to vacuum. And then I seal them, and I reuse some of my bags because I'm putting bags within bags if they're in good shapes, but I always do a double seal on used bags. So there's my pesto. There's 12 little muffin containers ready to eat, so you just open them up and take them out as you need them. I usually use about 2 per meal, but 1 is great for garlic toast or enjoy. Grow some basil, make your own pesto.